Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is SevTech Ages. As you have seen before, I've done plenty of stuff in this here mountain, and we'll be doing plenty more today, but I'll probably be doing a little bit of decoration / work towards an achievement, outside. Let me put this trumpet away and put it back in my gear chest. Now, I am currently dressed kind of funky, in case you hadn't already noticed. I have my jingle dress on. Plus, I've got my infused flute and a rattle. Reason being, I planted a whole bunch of hemp seeds, which I've been kind of sitting on. And anytime that I saw hemp out in the world, I would break it except for the base one and pick one up, because I'm going to need a whole bunch. Reason being is Axel F, which is an old Beverly Hills Cop song. is really good at the time. But actually, let me grab some of these grapes, because it's probably one of the better fruit sources I have at the moment. But if I can get these to grow pretty good, which I'm thinking I can with a nice ritual here, then I'll be able to make this. Reason being is that I need to make axles, which axles are made with hemp rope, as well as some black quartz, which I have a bunch of. As you may have also noticed, I've got some black quartz outfits. I've got a black quartz AOT, which if you're not familiar with this, at this point in the game, it's really, really good. You can get rid of almost all your other tools and use this. It's a combination of all the other tools that you can make with black quartz, combine it in one, and look at the damage. It's better than a sword, and it's faster than a sword. It also has pretty good durability, but as it's multi-use tool and can be used for almost everything, it will also kind of wear through. So it's a good thing it has that. And I'm just wearing this witch hat because, well, why not? In honor of Witchery, that first series that I ever started on YouTube. So, let's get this ceremony going. I'm currently going to be doing the Zafkiel Waltz, so I can see if it's going to affect these. I didn't test this yet. I figured we might as well just kind of do this. Shift, right-click. I need to get my shield off of there. And then shift, right-click. There we go. And then I just do the usual dance to the side. And I just keep on dancing, alternating which drum I'm going to so I can speed it up. There we go. It's working. And there we go. We've got plenty of stuff growing now from the Zafkiel Waltz. And I switched out the logs at the top for leaves because they are currently going to give a better performance. And I added a few more of the chimes. I think in more recent versions, it's going to be a little bit... actually, I need to break these as soon as they pop up so that they can keep on populating at this point. This is where I just kind of like aim around and swing. It's a really good way of getting a lot of hemp really fast if you have a bunch of seeds, which you can just run out in the world and grab them. But I don't know if it's in this update or the next update that's planned for SevTech. Totemic has updated, and they've changed it so that you get a little bit less from the... that was really, really good. Wow. Look at that, 56 hemp seeds. Oh, a stack and a half. Holy cow. Okay, that was much better than I expected. Whew. Man, that Zafkiel Waltz, it really does a trick. But if you're using Totemic, you don't get as much benefit from those chimes as you once did. I think that drums might be slightly better. And what I did here, for those that are interested in trying to get the most out of their setup, is when I'm doing this, I'll hit one drum and then the other. So it's like I'm hitting this one, then that one, back to this one, back to that one, but a lot faster, of course, because, well, I'm going to need to just kind of keep up the pace really fast. As you saw there, once I got the rhythm down, it was easy peasy, and that works really well for more powerful things. For instance, I think is it not in there? Is it in here? Where did I put it? Oh, I put it in my other backpack because I've got two now. This one's got all my other tools and ammo, but I've got another bow. I just figured I would kill another one of those, little, that big skeleton boss dude from this. Anyway, enough of that. Let's put this stuff away. And I don't need this food at the moment. I've got a bunch of melons. But the idea here is I'm going to need to get a bunch of hemp rope to make these axles. Hemp rope is made from hemp fibers, which, of course, is made on a millstone. You get, at least you get 3 at a time. So it should be pretty good. I just tossed a bunch in there. I already have a bit. Actually, is it in here? No, it's in my plants area. Yeah, I've got like a half a stack in here that I was planning on using. I wasn't expecting to get a whole stack and a half out of this. That's actually quite impressive. Let's take a look at my stats. I'm low on grain, at the moment, so I think I've got a bunch of tasty sandwiches I could probably use, but you know, I might just kind of go with a bit of cooked buffalo meat for now and then alternate from there. So I'm just going to grind up a bunch of this so that I can get those hemp fibers that I need for that little, well, I'm going to need a whole lot. And yeah, I will be back. Whoops, get rid of this. Once I've got myself a whole bunch of hemp fibers so that I can make myself these axles, as well as some of the other things, because we also are going to want to make not a windmill, a water wheel, which is going to be a bunch of wood blades, which is a bunch of wood, and I could use slime or I could use glue. So actually, while I'm doing this, I should toss in a bunch of rotten flesh. Let's just do that. Grab this and run over here and put a bunch of rotten flesh in here, and hopefully that'll smelt that up while I'm doing this. And I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, I think that's probably going to be enough for now. I mean, I've got 36, and I can use that to make a whole lot of rope, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. That should make 6 pieces. That should be good enough for the moment. Before I start working on the water wheel, I will show you something. I kind of worked on... oops, I forgot that I had these. the slime boots on. I kind of worked on making a mob harvester for the... Beneath. Oh my gosh, the sounds that it makes are very, very spooky when you do that. But yeah, I lit it up in there initially, and then once I had it lit up, and these guys stopped spawning because I kept on just like stabbing them and stuff. I went in, I replaced the floor with a whole lot of Whopper Mark IIs, which are really annoying to make. You know, this many. I did make a whole lot though. But if you look, we've got shadow beasts, and these shadow beasts are pretty much just getting killed by the bungee sticks, which is great. If I made this go too far in, though, they would still hurt me, which kind of sucked. But I figured it out in time. And now all I need to do is just stand here. And here's the thing. I went and walked away for tea. And look at this. Look at this. I've got so many stacks of shadow gems. Now, there is a downside to this, is that the monster spawner here, as with any monster spawners in SevTech, I believe are restricted to a maximum of 400 mob spawns. So therefore, you're not going to get more than that out of this mob spawner. So eventually, in time, these guys will stop spawning from this, and I'll be able to harvest all this stuff back up. But until then, oh my gosh, I've got all the shadow gems I'm ever going to need from this now, which is fantastic. Now, let's head back up here and see if we can... actually, did I get the... No, I need to make that axle first. So let's do that. What do I need to make that axle? Some stick and some black quartz. Well, I have black quartz on me because it is now a repair material for my AOT, which is really, really important. Not to mention it's also pretty good for my armor. But if I take that plus some sticks, I think I could do that. Make myself an axle. Is that all it was? Yep. 1 wooden axle. Actually, what I want to do is make more than that. So I'm going to get a little bit more. I want to do 2, 3. I think that should be good. And then I'm going to need, more of the black quartz. The reason being is because I'm going to want this to actually reach a little bit further away. And then I'll also need a gearbox. So... there we go. If I can... No, come on. All of them at once. There we go. I have 3 axles. Excellent. Now, if I look up gearbox, I'm going to need one of these things. Most likely. In order to get things to work. Gearboxes get overpowered when the windmill spins too quickly. Disable it with redstone before this happens. But you don't need to worry about that if you're using a water wheel. But a windmill, if there is rain and thunder and stuff... Oh, look. Axle F. I got the achieve. Then it will potentially break your windmill, and you'll get a broken gearbox. Where is it? Is it broken wooden gearbox? Yep. And then you'd have to take that out and add a couple more gears. So next we're going to need to make a gearbox, as well as some of the stuff for the water wheel, which actually I don't know that that's in here. Gear. Let's do wheel, because I think that's in here. There it is. And copper gear. A bunch of wooden blades. Wooden blades are going to be wood siding, which is going to need to be made with a saw, which we're also going to need, oh my gosh, all sorts of crazy stuff with. Wow. So then that's where it actually draws me back to the need for a windmill in order to make a water wheel, which is kind of kind of annoying, to be honest. If I want to make one instead of the other, it would be great. But yeah, windmills are temporary and can be pretty, but it looks like I'm going to need to make a bunch of hemp cloth for these sails. Okay, gosh darn it, come on. Which is a whole bunch more hemp fibers. Or the industrial hemp fibers. Either way, I'm going to need a lot of those. And I don't have much in here, so I am going to have to grind up a whole bunch more. But at least I've got some wooden axles, so that's still a positive. So I'll make up a bunch of this hemp cloth from a bunch of hemp fibers. This is going to take me some time. So what I'm going to need is 216 hemp fibers. 216 to make myself that windmill. 216. That's quite a lot, actually. Oh man. All right, so I guess what I'm going to do is continue with eating and grinding of hemp. Oh my gosh. I'll be back when this thing's done. Okay, so that took me a lot longer than I thought, but it wasn't too bad. Probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I now have, if I look here, 231. Just by hovering over it, just next to my hotbar, you can see it says that, which is actually pretty darn convenient. It means I don't have to like count these things anymore. So let's grab a little bit of some wood and I think some planks just to be sure. I'm going to see about making a windmill, if at all possible. Wind sail from these hemp cloths, which we need to make those. Bolt of hemp, interesting. All right, well, let's make a whole lot. 25, that hopefully will do it. So with this, I should, I need slabs. I did not realize it was slabs I needed. I don't think, I've got a few eucalyptus, but I'll have to make a bunch. So let's see, I need 4 of those. So that's going to be, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should probably cover it. I now should be able to do this, make 4 wind sails, and then make a windmill. Excellent. Now, the windmill by itself isn't actually going to do anything. I'm still going to need a gearbox, which is going to need some bronze plates, some thin slabs. Interesting. Or, stage 1, there we go. This is what I want. Wooden gear, a broken wooden one? No, that's not it either. Oh, I'm going to have to get some slabs. I get a horse to thin them out on the manual chopping block. I didn't even realize that. All right, well, let's get ourselves a bunch of these, just to be sure, and I'll get the llama farm on the job. All right, and while that is chopping up, I believe that I still need some other supplies, like some bronze plates. Let's see if I have this here. Oh, I only have the 1. That shouldn't be too bad to make. I just take some of my bronze, smash that up real quick with one of the hammers I have down here. Just need 2, so there we go. And grab that. Then what else did I need for the that gearbox? We're going to need wooden gears, which actually requires buffalo teeth and a bunch of red cedar planks. Actually looks like we could get away with some other ones as well. Oh, we've got a bunch of glue. A good thing I've been making, actually I've already got it in my inventory. I've been making a bunch of glue, so I don't need to use the teeth instead, which I think is going to be good. Let's see, wooden gears. So it's just 4 plus 4 sticks. That should be just fine. We'll just take a stack of this, and I've got a bunch of acacia in my inventory already. So let's do this, 1, 2. Just in case, I'm going to make... Let's make 6. I just make 6. There we go. That way I just feel more secure having a little bit of the extra stuff that I need. Now I just need another wooden axle. Okay, fair enough. Well, I've got the wooden axles. I've got 3 of them made already. So I'm just going to run up to the top, go and get the llama stuffs, and I return. And with that, I should have all of the materials I need. Darn sticks. Anytime I've got one of those in my inventory when I do that, it just gets annoying. But let's see, make this. Can I make one of these? I can. Wooden gearbox. They're a little bit finicky to make, especially when you need them in any kind of quantity, but perhaps the recipe will get cheaper as I progress, like into stage 2 or something like that. And what I'm thinking for now is that I'm going to make a temporary setup for the windmill, because I'm going to need it with the gearbox. I'm going to need the saw, which is going to need a leather belt, copper gears, and some planks. I might as well actually make all this stuff at once and then assemble it at the end. All right, so let's get into this. The saw. Let's start with copper gears. I need 3 of these, which require stone gears, which require wooden gears, which requires more of all those things that I just had, which shouldn't be too bad. I just need a little bit more of the, well, some regular planks wouldn't hurt. I've got some cedar planks, but I really don't want to use those if I can avoid it. Maybe I'll take a bunch of these, strip them off of the bark, just in case I need it. Pop this up in the llama farm area, get this chopped up, and I'll be right back. Now while that's going, I currently have some other stuff that I can still assemble, now, like the leather belt, for instance. That's going to require, I'm going to guess I could use some glue. Yeah, I can use glue and leather cordage, which I think, do I have? I've got a bit of leather cordage in my chest here. I think I should be able to, yeah, I've got 4 exactly. That is really convenient. All right, so recipe, leather belt, oh, I've got the glue. Yeah. I've actually got it all in my inventory right now. Excellent. So I've got first part. Now I need a flint saw blade, which is going to be on a tin gear, on a stone gear, on a wooden gear. Oh, brother. Look at this. More glue. All right. Fair enough. Well, at least I've got the planks being made, and I've got all the, what is it, a bunch of copper gears I'm going to need, so I might as well grab all the materials for the rest of this stuff. A bunch of stone. All right, copper plates. I might actually make up myself a few more. Let's just make up 18 copper plates. It's not going to hurt. I could always smelt it back down if I need to. And then the flint is going to take flaked flint, which I think I might have some over here. I do. Then I'm also going to need a bunch of, well, some kind of stone. I think smooth stone might work. I think it might work, because I don't have a lot of, like, diorite and stuff. Let me go get that wood. So the llamas may not be the fastest thing, but at least they're making me oak wood planks. So I should be able to at least start this. So copper gear, wooden gear, like so. And I can make, 5. I don't need 5. I need 4, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be enough to make these. Then I think, is the flint one made from copper? No, it's made off of tin. Oh, I missed that. All right, so I do need a little bit of some tin plates. That shouldn't be too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to hammer these up next, the tin and the copper, and then I'll be right back. Put that back, get all the plates, and I should have enough, hopefully, to continue on with this. Now, copper gear, stone gear. I should have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4 of those is all I need, because I've got all those extra wooden gears that I made. Oh, I forgot about that. And flint gear from a tin gear. So next I need to make that. Then I can actually do this, I think, and just make that flint gear straight away. Yep. Next, I can make the copper gear, which that's 3 there. And I think, is that everything? Oh, that's a bronze gear. Son of a gun. I made a copper gear because it looked so similar. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I've got a bunch of bronze here, so let me just do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think I still have some leftover wooden gears, so I should still be able to make this. I've got the wooden gears already, so let's do this. A stone gear, then I can make this, the bronze gear, and now I should be able to make a saw. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so it is currently nighttime. I actually am going to make it day, because I don't want any kind of, issues. And then I had an idea for putting the water wheel. Actually, once I make a water wheel, coming through the aqueduct that we've got going on here, I think that would be pretty cool. In the meantime, though, I'm thinking I've got a bit of smooth stone. I could probably put up a temporary spot for a windmill. And for now, I'm just going to kind of put it here. I think if I just kind of pillar up a bit, it should be all right. Then I'm gonna build out. And I realize this is smooth stone. I can turn it back into smooth stone as I need to if I break it, so it's no biggie. But let's take the wooden gearbox. Put this down here, if possible. Oh boy, let me grab one more piece of stone out for being out front here. There we go. The wooden gearbox here. Then I'm not sure of the side that it needs to face, but either way, I'm going to mine that off of there because I'm pretty sure that it can't be in that place. Let's take the windmill. There we go. I just need that in my hand. Put that here. Can I actually fit it on the front? It's not letting me fit it on the front. It's probably going to... Oh, give me some hard time about it because it's not facing the right way. So if yeah, there we go. Shift right click with an empty hand, you can change the facing. I'm going to have to put a gear on it, or a wooden axle, as I thought. So let's put that up, and then I have to kind of click on the axle itself. Not enough room to place Windmill. Need a 13-13 area to work. 13 by 13? Are you kidding? Oh, wow. Okay, was not expecting that. All right, well, I'm just going to move this up a bit higher. All right, so I've got the wooden gearbox. I'm going to put that, let's put it here. And then I've got, where'd those axles go? I've got them here. I used one of them already. Sadly, I'm going to need to put another one on this. And then I need to take this windmill. I don't know if I can actually stand here and do this on there. Not enough room, probably because I need to remove this stone. Let's try it now. There we go. And it's working. Now here's the thing, if it starts getting all rainy and stuff, I'm kind of screwed because I need a redstone signal. But in the meantime, I should be able to put this on here. And if it's working, you should see that it's got an animation to it, which is great. Then I can take a saw, put that on the back here, and there we go. It now works. And then I could take like some oak wood that I have here, put it on there, and it's going to chop it up. But you have to be careful because if you walk into it, it will, let's see, there we go, hurt you. Kind of, damage your inventory and stuff like that. But hey, there we go, oak wood siding, which is what I needed in order to make that water wheel. So I think this is just going to be a temporary thing for now. I might use this as decoration later on, but for the moment, I just need to get a little bit more wood so that I can build myself that water wheel. All right, so I now have a whole bunch of wood planks that I can hopefully quickly just run up there and place them on this saw, get them chopped up into the bits that I need for the water wheel. Because to make these wood blades, I'm going to need these plus a whole bunch of glue. Glue is not a problem at this point, but I do need 4 per blade. And if there are 8 blades, that means I'm going to need 32 of these chopped. And I've got, what, 56? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that should be all I need. And that's if it's a 1-to-1, but I don't think it is. There we go. That gave me 2. So I actually don't even need that many. I think I need like 15 now. And I can just sit here and right click and it will just keep on cutting these. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch and they're kind of spread, they're falling all over the floor and the ground, kind of messy. It's best if you have some way of like some hoppers and stuff to pick this stuff up, which I will plan on doing when I get myself that water wheel set up. But for now, I should be all right with this oak siding that I got from this. So let's go put this water wheel together. And hey, guess what? The recipe for the water wheel requires a copper gear, which is what I had extra from the previous accident. Now, wood blades. I should have... that was only 1. I should have enough for a lot, for all of them. There we go. I only need 1, 2, there we go. 10 of those, or 8 of those. So then I could just keep the rest. And then I should have enough for this water wheel. Ding! Which, when I try and place it, there we go. What are we doing in grinding your grains? Excellent. So we're able to get past Axle F. What are we doing? And, grinding your gears. Gearbox allows you to extend the reach of your mechanical power. Shift and right click aside. To move the input outputs, a powered axle must go into the side with a cross on it. Yes, this is true. So I think turning the tables would probably be our next one. And what I'm going to do is probably work, maybe make myself a few more axles and such so that I can have the water wheel. I'm kind of thinking mounted off on this side here so it comes off over here. And I've got like this little, like a little hopper catch area. I'm probably going to take this thing down before it breaks because I'm just concerned that it's going to start raining at any moment and that things are just going to go awry. So I will gather all these materials up, break this temporary windmill down, and I'll probably see you guys on the next episode where I will more than likely be having myself a nice little water wheel set up over here by our little water flow aqueduct setup thingy. Yeah, if you enjoyed, please be sure to give a like, a comment, a subscribe even, and spread the mischief to others if you think they'll enjoy this kind of content too. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.